What's going on, everybody? Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. What's happening? That's crazy how the internet could just touch anybody across the world that has internet access. Provo, what's happening? Top of the day, top of the greatness. What we doing? What we doing? Hope my levels are good. You know, I hope that nobody can hear anything that I'm playing because I don't own the rights to nothing. I barely own the rights to my own thoughts. Barely. So I was thinking about a few things. I figured let me just chop it up with y'all. I'm not gonna be able to read the chat too much. Coin Critic, what's the deal? Um, I'm not gonna be able to read the chat too much because I gotta keep my eyes on the Rizzo, on the road to perdition, a road to success, and to get to that road, even to endure while on that road to success, you gotta deal with a bunch of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing? FOMO, what's goody? What's going on? What's going on? Man, FOMO, let me tell you, this is why I told you, man, like you onto something. You have things that you're doing and continue to expand and evolve your channel, man, because I saw that the heading of your title, the title of your stream last night, and I saw the whole New York City PSA for a nuclear strike. I had no idea until I saw your stream. I would, to this day, still today, not have known anything, not have known whatsoever, man. So I gotta tell you, when I looked it up online on the internet, that whole New York City PSA public service announcement. I mean, man, for a nuclear strike, out of all the years I've been living here, all my life, there's never been a PSA. In fact, all we had was those moments on TV where it would just black out and then it would say emergency broadcast system. And boop, you hear this tone. Boop. This is what you would hear during an emergency. That's it. And we heard that off and on for years on regular TV, but never a full blown PSA to psyop our behinds, right? And to prepare. And how do you prepare? Stay inside. Three steps. Three. Number one, stay inside. Number two, stay inside. And number three, stay inside. Like, what are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? And then at the end, you got this. It was a troll, man. Like, I'm thinking this is fake. Can't be serious. Can't be serious, man. Stay inside. What's up, Sonny? Stay inside. That's all, If you don't have a basement, make sure you stay in the center of your house. What are we talking about? Get some water. They didn't even tell us that. They just said, listen, stay inside until you're told to come outside. That reminds me of something very, very special and unique that we recently went through, or the whole world went through. You know, I spoke about this last night in my video, and I'm like, yo, the propaganda. I'm tired of the psyop. I'm tired. I'm just exhausted. A lot of us are going through the fatigue of this last 2.5 years. We're going through the fatigue, and it's extra special out here, man. It's extra special because it affects everybody differently. Some people, it just affects people differently. Over here, folks are trying to remain. I don't know how they're trying to remain because this thing was issued yesterday, and today it's status quo. Everything is just like whatever. I told one person at my job, they had no damn clue. No one knows. Like, no one knows. No one knows. And I'm not gonna be that messenger that everybody wants to shoot at. You know, I'm not. I'm done. I told one person I did my job. Let that one person, cause she's a chatterbox. She don't know how to keep. She don't know how to hold water. You know what I'm saying? She uses baskets to hold water. So I just told that one person, my job done. You could send the info to everybody else. You know. I can't really read the chat, folks. That's why, because I'm on the road, and my multitask game is suspect right now. I'm trying to. I can't do more than I can. I could barely walk and chew gum, barely. You know, it's crazy. All my viewers, man. I want to say one thing. All my viewers, just for the fact that you rocking with me right now, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, I really do appreciate you. This guy right here. Oh man, what are we doing? I got traffic behind me, and people are just like acting like it's all good. You just gonna stall? Just gonna stop in the middle of the road, in the middle of traffic? What we doing? I appreciate y'all though, cause you know, a lot of us we think alike in different respects. In other ways, we don't think alike, and that's what makes things a lot special, right? Um, during this fatigue period, the mind is a terrible thing to waste, because those of us that are cerebral, we're thinkers, right? We expend a lot of energy thinking. Everything is what it is, but a lot of times we have to, if it doesn't make sense in our mind, if we can't solve an issue, if we can't break it down in our minds to the smallest, most minute fraction of a particle of an atom, that we're not satisfied. But you see, you understand how much energy that requires to overanalyze, overthink. I mean, these are some of the things we deal with because it's who we are, man. It's who we are. To think critically is such a feat, is such an effort, right? Not only are you sacrificing time, but you're also sacrificing friends. You know what I mean? You also sacrifice time with close people who you care about. You sacrifice time for yourself because you just thinking, thinking, thinking. It's one thing when you think and do nothing though, but it's one thing when you thinking and you executing, your plan of action, right? You think and then you have a plan and you act on it. There's a difference. But when you're thinking too much and you end up doing nothing out of something, out of fear or intimidation, or you just thought yourself out of a blessing, that's like it's problematic. And that's what I've been doing a lot within these last 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Extra, like more than usual. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, yeah, the weirdness, man. Like it's I don't know, man. It seems like it's a concerted effort too. Cause look, let me read this thing while I'm at the red light. Let me read some. Yo, man. Listen, guys. Forgive me, cause I'm trying to. All over the world, there's confusion and weird activities taking place, man. All over the world, all over the world, and I'm learning too. And money isn't everything. I mean, I've realized that right a long time ago. Money helps, though, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, but money isn't everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Money helps, but when you got a bunch of money all over the place and you straight up by yourself and you gotta buy people to service you in a multitude of ways, that type of life seemed miserable, man. You know what I mean? You created a fortress for yourself. You got to create some type of impenetrable fortress because you now become isolated with your money and paranoid. And a lot of times in crypto, we want to get those big bags. We want to get not on a bag just to have a bag, but a bag with value, right? Big value, great value, so that we can do things we weren't able to do before we had the big bag. But then there's a cost, right? There's a cost. There's a cost. You want to walk around with bodyguards all day? What kind of life is that? You know what I mean? You gotta walk around, security detail when you wake up and when you go to sleep. You still got security round the clock, like for you and your loved ones. That's living. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what kind of quality of life that is, man. But it doesn't sound too fun after the first big ticket purchases. You know, uh, cop me this big, lavish mansion. The F am I gonna do with a mansion? After the first party, oh, it's a dub. That's it. I'm done. Done with the mansion. It's collecting too much dust. It's too much area to cover. I'm not. My family ain't big like that to be covering every room in the mansion. What are we doing? Because this thing is costing me an arm and a leg, man. There's ghosts in here. There's mad aliens around this motherfucker. What are we doing, man? I'm hearing strange sounds. What are we doing? But you spent an arm and a leg because you wanted a mansion because you thought in your head that's just equivalent to success, right? That's what what we doing. You're hearing all types of. You're in one room of the house. You gotta walk a mile to get to the other room, and in between them is just traffic, ghosts, people touching you. You can't see. You're hearing plates break, doors slamming that you can, and then you're like, no, but you spent a nice bag for that because you know rich now. What we doing? Man, it ain't worth it, man. I'm learning. I'm trying to balance it all out because you know the people where my parents live, and even in my community here in the states. In the states, like so many people are just like, and here what I do for a living. Like I work with people who are poor as fuck, and they find a way. They find a way to cop the everything they want. They get expensive, is cheap, not cheap, but they find a way to remain happy in hard times. While so many of inflation, interest rates, the world is going to shit. But look at them. They're chilling. They're chilling. They got the hookah game, Sown. They're on the block, you know, barbecuing, concrete. There's nothing but concrete and bricks around there, and they barbecuing heavy every day, every other day. Kids are playing all kinds of games in the street by burnt tires and trash. They're jumping up and down, enjoying life. And then most of us are just like dreaming for something else and missing out on what's right in front of us. Like we really missing out on what's right staring at us in front of us because we too worried about this inflation talk, this monetary energy, interest rate, crypto, bear market, not getting the bag, and time is going by, and we just add more stress and pressure to ourselves for what? For these lofty goals that don't mean anything in the end. You know? What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I don't. I barely know what I'm doing. You know, I barely know what I'm doing anymore. This is like, yo, some of these roads, man. I tell you, man, these roads are bumpy. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's what's happening, man. I stopped talking to listen, let me just switch speeds slightly a little bit, just a little bit. Yo, no matter what you get into, as long as you being yourself, you A1, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Shout out to the chat, Tail Seven, Young Provo, Meta Money, Pulse Chain CFO, FOMO was in here earlier, Coin Critic was in here earlier. Shout out to all y'all. What are y'all doing? What we doing out here, man? DCA, dollar cost averaging. You got folks. A lot of us got no hope. you got you got to parrot things that successful people have done. You got to parrot the actions of the successful to sort of like duplicate or mimic the same yield the same results because I tell you, man, I'm tired of talking about the same thing. Like I like what I talk about and stuff, right? X, post, I'm tired of talking about like the same thing. There's only so many ways you could say the same thing differently. You know what I mean? So all I could do is just be me. That's it. That's it. That's it. You know? All I could do is be me. You know. So the live stream yesterday and I wasn't I just couldn't watch it anymore. I just said, you know what? Let the new people rock and roll and watch this stuff because what is this guy doing? Let the new people watch this because I'm good. I'm good. The girl was shouting. Look, let me tell you something, man. The girl kept saying something about, oh, Rich is looking all zesty. That's not in the hood. That's not a compliment. And everybody embracing that zesty talk. That's not a compliment, yo. I'm sorry to say. It is what it is. I've said it too. Like months ago, that was something that I was told by young kids, and I think that girl who he had the live stream with, she's like less than 20 years old. Like she's a child. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you somebody tell you in the hood, yo man, yo you looking zesty. You know, with a serious tone like that, yo that's zesty. That's not like. That means your rainbow game is strong. You know what I mean? Your rainbow game is powerful. That's what that means. So, hey, and then you claim, look, man, look, man. Certain things, man. Yo, man, as a man, I just can't. Rap. Listen, shout out to homegirl, whatever. I don't even know her name. I don't follow her. It's just whatever. Crypto mad boring right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was like, yo, George Zesty. I heard. Listen, I'm keep it real clear. Since some people don't understand. Like when I speak the way I speak, they want me to just be candid and blah blah blah. Sometimes I'm candid and other times I'm not. So in the industry, in the music industry, hip hop, whatever, there's these artists, these two artists from the west coast of America, California. One named YG, the other one named Tiger. Right? They recently did a photo shoot or did some type of filming something where they dressed up, you know, had like I think mask on, but like ladies mask and wigs and things of that nature, and they were criticized for looking zesty. It is what it is. Hey, grown men were like, "Yo, these guys look zest," and then homegirls like, "Yo, this guy, look at the founder. Look at the founder of this." You know what I'm saying? Come on, son. Look, as long as listen, whatever it is, man, because I can't cash my checks. I can't pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? And just cash it out and just write zesty on my checks. I can't do that, right? So as long as everything translates to nothing but abundance for all of us in our intangible wallets, then we're winning. Then we're winning. I don't even care anymore about any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, listen, man. You got something you doing that's whatever is working for you. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. I don't care how I sound, how judgmental, critical. That's not the point. That's not even the point. How many prime ministers just got removed or shot from their seat or removed themselves? Like the world is the world is wrecked. Like what are we talking about? You worried about some foolishness on? I'm talking because it provides content. Content creator. You gotta I gotta talk my talk, but the world is wrecked right now, man. I can't pretend like all is like all is good when I got people that don't feel that way in the community. Is you know I keep a pulse on the street, and the street ain't listen. The street is it is what it is, man. People are very unhappy and exhausted. You see it. If you have eyes for it, you can see it. It's in the air, like Beanie Siegel. You can feel it in the air. You can feel it in the air. You know what I mean? What y'all talking about? You can feel it in the air, man. All that weirdness with CERN, all this weird stuff going on in China, Asia, Sri Lanka, basically having a revolution. Your man Boris just said, "I'm out. I'm out." The Japanese prime minister got clapped. What are we? Yo, and then they just had this casual nuclear preparedness strike for New York City. A casual. Oh, by the way, yeah. Let me give you this 1 minute and 30 seconds of death marketing for you to just soak up, absorb, and chill. Download at your leisure. And by the way, you got this. Yo, that's how they closed out the presentation. To put this, they're not. You got this. Wow, wow. And you got people crying in hex, crying about the most. Tell you, grown men arguing with other grown men I don't even see the ladies, like whatever ladies are in the community. I don't even see the ladies thumb thugging, keyboard warring with each other like these men are. Men, grown men. Like what is that? What is that? What is that? Grown men warring over the internet, over some foolishness, man. The meta was good, like on Twitter. That's not helping your bags. If the warring affected the points you get in your bags, then it would make a lot more sense to me, man. It's only appeasing our invisible, limited ego. Well, not mine. It's not doing anything for me, but causing me to go to the bathroom and take a dump. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Look at the big picture. I don't care about no damn outrage marketing. Like it's not that's not for everybody. That's for a certain group of people. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Let him do him. I don't care about no outrage marketing and this and that and people doing this. Well, hey, they got nothing better to do. Like I'm talking to y'all. While I'm talking, it sounds like I got nothing to do. But I'm on my way to meet somebody, to then go and meet somebody. I'm working, like doing something. Look, new money, right? That's the goal, right? Financially, become new money, preserve it, and expand the opportunity to create generational wealth and to keep it. There's one thing to create generational wealth, there's another thing to just keep it, know how to preserve it. So maybe one day I aspire, which I don't think I will ever get to a point where I got so much nothing to do that I'm just gonna pick just like any little thing on social media that triggers me. I'm just gonna bomb on somebody because I want to fight with another grown man. What is that? I don't know. I don't know. And then it's just it's like it's repetitive. You know what I'm saying? It's repetitive. It's repetitive. No creativity. I don't see anybody like when we talk about onboarding. Man. Onboarding to me just sounds Amway, Herbalife, LCI, right? Quick Star, Primerica. That's what onboarding sounds to me. On board. Why don't you go on board? Yo, man, sales is not my thing. You know what I mean? I do it differently. So and then doing DeFi is not easy for people. You know, there's so many steps involved. Here I go again, driving in a big circle because people don't know how to set the streets up right. So you could do your thug this. So DeFi, you walk up to a person on the street, straight like that. Hey, you should. If your spirit moves you to do that, don't just walk up to anybody and just strike convo because the results might not be favorable, right? So hey, if your spirit moves you, young kids, I love young people. You know what I'm saying? I love vibing with the young kids because they make me laugh and they keep me attuned to what's going on in these streets. So a lot of them, I always want to share information and leave them with something, not just nothing. I leave them with something to think about and maybe they could use to improve their life. Yo, what's up with you and crypto? You know anything about crypto? Yeah. Shiba Inu. I know I got some Doge. That's the standard for them. Okay. What you know about DeFi? And then it's DeFi. Yeah, DeFi. Yeah, DeFi. Oh, they don't know. Number one. Number two, they're like, um, because you got to tell them about MetaMask. Like all these steps, the basic steps, throws them off. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. And what's more frustrating is, all right, and then how I look, because then I'm like, all right, check this out, man. Stop being like that. Open your mind. Open your mind. You want to make this money? Open your mind. Make this money now. This is how you can make some money for yourself. Develop some discipline. Look at this. And then when they look at what I'm showing them, they telling me it's zesty. So I'm good. I can't, you know what I mean? Like they, they don't look at anything more than the fact that the thing looks zesty because the color has magenta, fuchsia, and what could I say? What could I tell them, yo? What could I effing tell them? I'm telling them, listen, man, forget about some damn fuchsia and forget about all that, man. Look, wealth has no color. Why are you sweating some? I don't know, man. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. But that's how they are, guys. I'm gonna have to come back to this live. I gotta end this because I'm in these streets and I gotta protect the identities of the people I serve. It is what it is. So I'm gonna hit y'all back in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna jump out and then jump and do another live in 10 minutes. But for those who rock with me this long, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. All right. Catch y'all on the next one, real quick. Soon come. Chris Crypto, what up? FOMO, Meta, Crypto Pendu, what's up? D Richards, what's up? What's up? Coin Critic, all y'all. I'm gonna see you on the few in a minute. In a minute.